Welcome to Couple Having number 2. This is the final video for today, for Monday. Okay, so first, I apologize for everything you just watched. If you're watching Monday Night Monologue and it's still daytime, I do apologize for that. I did get my book. It is on sale. I just don't know when it's going to be on sale for the public. I mostly want to make one last video before I do anything else. And that video is this. Okay? So, first and foremost, as a failed actor for 30 years, I want to make sure that we are clear on one thing. When my career takes off, let's say it skyrockets, I want to make sure that you hold me to the fire. Right? And when I say that, it's really quite simple. I want you to hold me to the fire for the simple fact that I worked really hard to get where I am. And I want to make sure that I do everything I can to appease the fans. If I don't do anything else, without the fans, I know that the one inevitable truth, without the fans, I won't work. I don't work. I won't get to have any kind of good life that I hope that this leads me to. So I recently watched an interview with a certain actor from a certain company, and I get it. As an actor, sometimes you get done, you get tired, and you want to move on and not play with you know, you want to keep playing the same character over and over again. And some of us actors aren't as fortunate as those actors who don't get typecast or can play different characters without having issues and whatever. I'm 52. So if I get like one Marvel character and I'm stuck with that Marvel character for life, then so fucking be it, because I still will be a working actor for life. You know, unless I die on the set, God forbid. You know, just want to point that out there because of the simple fact that a lot of people don't understand how this business works. And a lot of people who are in this business and have been in this business for quite some time fail to understand the one truth. Without the fans, you are not going to be working. And if I'm in a movie and I am offered a sequel, even if that sequel fucking sucks, I'm going to be in that movie. Alright? If I'm in a movie and I'm offered a sequel and a prequel, even if that movie fucking sucks, I'm going to be in that movie. And the reason why I'm going to be in that movie is because more than likely there's a reason why they wanted a sequel. It's because of the fans. Now, if by some unforeseen incident that the story does not involve my character, but involves a different character, that's something that I won't have any control over. Like, for instance, Predator 2. Predator 1 leaves you hanging, so you don't know what the fuck happens to Dutch. Predator 2 doesn't leave you hanging. You know that Danny Glover survives, and just a different story. Same thing with Prey. You know that Naru survives, and her and her village know that they need to move because whatever the fuck she brought home could still be out there. And supposedly there will be a Prey 2. Don't hold me to that. I do not work for the company, but if they want to give me a job, I will gladly take it. But you know, these are the things that, you know, as an actor, you are going to have to swallow. And in the end of the day, I'm in it for the long haul. You know what I'm saying? I'm in it for the long haul because I'm 52 years old. And if someone goes, "Hey, we're gonna give you this movie, and we're gonna give you 3 parts." So, for instance, let's say Disney sees this video and they say, "Hey, you know, it's a good idea. let's have him play Red Wolf 1, Red Wolf 2, and Red Wolf 3. That way he gets to be a new character each time, but with the same mantle. And we can still have his face. The same way that if played smart, they could have done this with Billy Zane when they did the Phantom. You know, let's make the Phantom, you know, the father and the son, because all of the Phantoms had that strong gene that made them all look alike. So if they all look alike, they'd you know, no one would be able to tell that he's not immortal. You know what I mean? They would all think that the Phantom is immortal, the ghost who walks. There was a reason why he was called the ghost who walks. Alright? So knowing that, you would make damn sure that the character that you play could be played by the same guy playing the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. No, not that, but you know, the Father, the Son, and the Grandfather. You know, you'd be able to get that shit straight. You know, you'd be able to do it without a problem, without an issue. There would be no fallback. You know, if I played the grandfather, which would be the first Red Wolf, played the son, which would be the second Red Wolf, and then played the great grandson, which would be the third Red Wolf, which would be the modern era Red Wolf. Or you can start off with me being the modern era Red Wolf as an old man and telling the three generations of our stories as Red Wolf 1, Red Wolf 2, Red Wolf 3. And then, you know, that way you can have it like in a flashback where the whole movie or all three parts are just an old man having a flashback of the story his father told him, the story he lived, and the story the grandfather lived. No, it's not impossible. It can be done, though. If I had a choice, gratefully, I would probably be better off playing Jesse Blackcrow versus playing Red Wolf. Although both characters are great, both characters are native, it would be one of the things that I would consider if Marvel would give me the job, that being the challenge. You know. Although also I would prefer to have someone from that tribe there to make sure that I didn't fuck this thing up. You know what I mean? Someone from Red Wolf's tribe would have to be there to make sure that we are as close to perfect as possible. And that would go double if I have to deliver any specific lines. No. Just to be on the safe side, you know. Specific lines are always important. You know. You want to make sure that when you deliver a line, that your line is delivered with grace and respect. So you want to make sure that when you deliver it, let's see, where's my table of contents? Alright, chapter 371. You want to make sure when you deliver a line that it is delivered with grace and confidence, and that you definitely have your wits about you, you know, so that when things are done and they're done properly, you know, you don't have too much to worry about shit going insane and things going from bad to worse, and for you not to fuck shit up. I'm specifically looking for something in here in case y'all wondering what the hell I'm doing. Alright, so that was chapter 1 and chapter 2. Where's chapter 3? Chapter 3. We did chapter 3. So 190 and 276 is chapter 4 and chapter 5. So 190 Jesus Christ. The bottom line is that I'm gonna want my fans to want me in the sequel, and even if they don't want me in the sequel, I want to be in the sequel. And this way, I know that if something goes wrong, you know, and they're like, hey, well, the movie would have been better if he was killed off in the sequel, and I could be killed off in the sequel. And the most important thing is that the fans not only enjoy the movie, but go home and want to talk about the movie. And once they talk about the movie and get the movie to the point where, you got all this shit happening. And cool. We're gonna make a third movie to wrap it up. No. That would be the thing that would thrill me the most, is that when I get it all wrapped up and everybody's seen the damn movie and they'll be like, okay, cool. That was really, really good done. We enjoyed it, we thoroughly loved it, and we want to see the third movie. And that's probably where it would end. There wouldn't need to be an anthology unless it was like a whole ass like show where you would have, oh hell, I just fucked that up. Okay, where you would have people who just don't want to be in the movie, and a lot of actors get too big for their britches, and then it's over. I'm not going to be one of those actors. I'm not going to get too big for my britches. It's the same thing like I would say if I could have been like in those Walking Dead miniseries online. Shit, I'd be happy with that. Walking Dead online miniseries. You got 7 episodes to get everything right so that your story arc comes to a complete and total end. You can't knock that. I can't find her name in these chapter notes. So that kind of sucks. Maybe I'm overreading it or overreaching, which is okay. But there's a lot of pages in here. The bottom line, anyway, is it's really quite simple. If you are an actor, do it for the fans. Now, you might not like how I said that, but I'll say it anyway. Do it for the fans. Because without the fans, you will not be acting for as long as you think. And yeah, keep your political views the fuck out of it. But understand that you are doing it for the fans. The fans should be the most important thing in your career. Because you ought to know, without those fans, you are not going to have a career. Win them over. Play nice. Respect and love your fans. And above all else, don't be an asshole to them. Take good care of your fans so your fans can take care of you. That being said, I am Echo Fang Grey Wolf. This is Kung Fu Habit number 2. Be seeing ya.